Before the home, I was wrapped up in gang violence. I was a womanizer. I didn't take anything seriously. I led with my anger, and I was never, you know, thought I was never good enough for anything. So I used, physical force to get through to people.
My life before the home was super chaotic. I was always out, never home. Um, Addicted, drinking, partying, and I was just living a fast life.
Before the home, I was homeless, living from park to park. There was 3 different parks that I would go to because the park rangers tell me, hey, you can't be sleeping there, go somewhere else. So I was going like in a triangle to different parks and just getting drunk. I was an alcoholic.
So my life, before the home, was no direction, no guidance, addicted, gang affiliated, just lost, broken, just lost.
Well, actually, my life before I came to home was in the dark that I didn't know. I've been in prison, I've been in YA since the age of 12, all the way through 50, in and out, and pretty much a drug addict, heroin, and drinking.
My life before the home, it was full of destruction. I was full of pride. I was a bad mother. I was leading my kids to darkness and didn't know where I was going. I was a single mother and I just, with a lot of pain in my heart. And
my life before the home, I was very depressed, anxious. I felt lonely, confused. So I would always try to hide my emotions, whether it was cocaine or anxiety pills. So that's what it was for me.
I knew I needed change when I would always use my outlet as like drugs like marijuana, and I would avoid my children a lot. I was in a relationship and I would avoid her as well. And I will always, go with weed and go with the streets before I would go to them. So I knew I had a problem at that point.
I knew I needed to change when I would keep waking up in the hospital after overdosing, and after that I would still go home and get high again. That's when I knew I needed to change.
I realized when I needed change in my life when I was at the park where I was blacked out drunk and I fell down and I went rolling and I cracked the back of my head. I had 5 staples to be put in there, and that's when I said, I'm gonna kill myself. I could have killed myself that night, but God had a different plan for me. So I went to the emergency, they gave me the staples, and that's when I decided I gotta stop drinking.
I know I needed change when I had lost my mind out there, when I knew I was just out of my mind. I didn't have no sense of direction. I had no self-worth, and I lost everything. I lost my daughter, I lost my family. I had nothing. I was just left without, so I knew I needed change when it just hit me.
I realized that I needed Jesus when doors were closing on me. My friends were just looking at me different, abusing me, and I lost my family. And I knew I needed Jesus at that time.
I realized I needed change because my boys, one, I seen on fentanyl, just going the wrong way, and the enemy was taking them from me. And my other son, he was always there putting up with everything that I was doing, and just always saving me from the destruction I was in.
I needed change when I was one day. I was at my grandma's house, and I was just thinking. Right, I was sitting down thinking, and I felt very dark. Right, I felt like I knew I needed change. I was lonely, and it's crazy because my grandma was there, my little cousin was there, but I was isolating myself from them. I was just thinking the devil was lying to me, and I knew I needed change at that moment. I knew I needed to come into a home.
It was my pastor from Victory Outreach Tampa. That's Josh Fabros. He knew that I needed some direction, and I was a little rebellious at first when he mentioned the men's home to me in the beginning. I told him, no, I'm okay. I have things that I need to work on, and he asked me again a couple weeks later, and I ended up going. I really appreciate him for that.
My mom and my grandpa actually brought me to the Victory Home, and I still remember that day like it was yesterday.
It was my son and his girlfriend, my second oldest son, James. They pulled up in the park, and I didn't even know they were there. And I heard, "What are you doing, Dad?" And I turned around, and it was James. I said, "How'd you find me?" And then his girlfriend said that, "We're going to take you, Mr. Gonzalez. You really want to get your life back together and sober up?" I go, "Well, yeah, you know." And because they said that they had a place for me at the home. The director said to come and bring me home right now.
So who brought me to the home was my aunt. You know, I just want to thank God for her life, because to this day she's still faithful and she's still right here by my side. And you know, who would have thought, you know, like for her salvation, I thank God for her salvation, because what an impact they made on my life. So
let me see what brought me. I believe it was myself, because I was tired of being, you know, used and abused, and from where I came from, I was up there. But then I believe my father brought me down to my knees to ask for his help. So I am here.
I was at an NA meeting, and there was a girl there talking about a church. When the meeting was over, I asked what church she was going to, and she said Victory Outreach, and I asked her if I can go with her. And she took me to church, and I started going, and my pastor seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, and he asked if I wanted to go to a woman's home, and I agreed.
Actually, a very good friend of mine brought me to the home. I texted her. I told her, I'll give you some money, I'll give you some gas money, we can take you to this home over there. It's in Northern Heights. I told her, I gave her specifics on where it was, and she came, picked me up, and dropped me off.
It definitely took away my anxiety, you know, being around new guys, but it definitely made me happier. It made me want to be in my family's life. It makes me want to not be the black sheep of the family and actually, you know, walk in that new light. And I thank the brothers and I thank the director for giving me that chance to prove myself and be different for God.
God has transformed my whole life. He restored my relationship with my family. He freed me from drug addiction. He broke the chains of bondage off of my life, and I now have a relationship with Him.
And from the men's home, God has really restored me. He broke the chains of alcoholism. I don't have no more cravings for it, and my mind is clear. It's not all cloudy and foggy anymore. He's instilled the vision that he gave Pastor Sonny Arcanzoni Sr. for Victory Outreach, and I could see the urgency reaching out the four corners of the world, and I have a desire to do that.
God has transformed my life. He made me happy, the joy, and just to know who I am, my identity in Christ, to realize that I'm a woman in His image, and just that I'm His daughter, and that I'm loved by Him, that now I know who I am, and I just have myself together now.
What my Father has done in my life is that He has changed my heart from stone to flesh, and that I love so much. I never cared for anybody or anything, but now I love people, and He's given me a new life and a new family.
He's showed me how to pray, how to ask Him for the things that I want, like saving my kids, making me into a person of value, changed my character, and He showed me how to love people. He showed me the fruits of the Spirit, and I love that.
What hasn't God done in my life? And so He restored our relationship, doing what He called me to do once again. I'm actually privileged to be a staff in the home there, helping out Director Ant. And I'm just very grateful for what He's doing. in my life. I'm actually helping out the church now, whether it's opening up service, closing services. So I'm very grateful for what God is doing.
Well, I'm definitely coming back to Temple with that fire. I plan on helping my pastor and getting, a men's home and getting that going for him. He looked for a couple of the guys in the beginning, but I'm the only one that really stuck through it, and I plan on helping him and being his right hand and in anything that he needs.
For my future, I see myself pursuing the call of God upon my life and just continuing to have a relationship with Him and seeking His face daily.
Where I see myself is a missionary at Cape Town in Africa.
Where I see myself in the future is just being that mother that I once wasn't to my daughter. I see myself lifting up my pastor's arms, just being there, submitting under them, and just to see what God has for me. And I know He has a lot restored, where I'm just open and I'm excited to see what God has in store for me, my daughter, and my family.
Well, mine is to be a pillar of West Covina Victory Outreach, helping out here and sticking with what I was taught in this West Covina home, which is a lot. It humbled me a lot to care for more people, and I love this church, and I'm gonna be rooted here.
I want to thank Pastor Ezra and Sister Ruthie for saying yes, my pastors and my leaders, Sister Daisy and Sister Diana. But I see myself being a director one day, loving on women that are broken just like I was, not knowing where they're going. And I can't wait for that.
I see God taking me around the world, right? Using me, whether it be in other churches, translating, preaching to the youth. My heart's with the third wave, so I really want to help the third wave out, helping Pastor Ezra out, helping Brother Aaron out, build the team, and that's what I see God doing.
I am Kyrian White. I am a graduate of Victory Outreach, West Covina Men's Home.
My name is Raymond Gonzalez. I'm a graduate from the Victory Outreach West Covina Men's Home.
I'm Krista Garcia. I'm a graduate of Victory Outreach West Covina Women's Home.
My name is Tomas Dragna. I am a graduate of Victory Outreach West Covina Men's Home.
I'm Sandra Gaspar, and I'm a graduate of the Victory Outreach West Covina Women's Home. Yay!
My name is Roberto Martinez, and I am a graduate of the Victory Outreach West Covina Men's Home. Come on.